more is possible. And when I remind myself of that, by having a big vision, something clicks in me, something shifts, something ignites on the inside, and I know that can happen for you as well. So if you're feeling like you don't have the energy, you don't have the aliveness and the vibrancy in your life that you want, then you need to work on getting a bigger vision. One of the biggest things holding you back from achieving even bigger goals, from feeling like you're no longer stuck, but you're moving forward, making progress, and achieving some really important and meaningful goals in your life, is you don't have a big enough vision. I can promise you that you're probably thinking way smaller today than actually what you're capable of. I can tell you that because I've been there. I've been in the place where my dreams weren't big enough. I wasn't thinking big enough, and so I wasn't taking action the way I needed to. And so since I wasn't taking action, I wasn't making the progress necessary to get to where I wanted to go, because where I wanted to go wasn't that exciting. It wasn't that impactful. It wasn't that meaningful. And frankly, most importantly, it wasn't that clear. Having not just a big vision, but a very clear vision is vital for creating the success that you want in life, for tapping into your greatest potential. And I want to share with you how you can craft a big, exciting future vision of what your life could look like. But first, I want to make sure that we're on the same page with why it's vital, why it's important, and why you need to make sure you have a big vision. So I'm going to share with you 3 specific things that I know can help you to see a big vision as something meaningful, important, and vital for your success and for living the kind of life that you want to live. And in this video, I'm going to talk about that. And if we're just now meeting, my name is JJ Pillar. I'm the author of Attract Your Potential, which I'll touch on as part of having a big vision in a few minutes, that book and how it's come to reality. But what I want to share with you first and foremost is, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling lethargic, and if you're watching this video still at this point, it probably means that you don't have a big enough vision. And so what you need to do is have a big vision so that, number one, so that you can feel more vibrant and alive. And I know that sounds so simplistic, but it's vital to feel vibrant and alive and energized in order that you can make the progress that you need to make. Listen, if you want to move forward even faster in your life, if you want to get unstuck from where you are and you want to achieve bigger things, it requires energy. Why does it require energy? Because it requires effort. And I know you know this, but it's so easy to get caught up in thinking, well, I want this thing to happen or I want that thing to happen, and not actually put in the freaking hard work that's required to get it done. And so if you have to put in big effort, you need big energy. And to have big energy, you've got to feel vibrant and alive. You've got to have this sense of aliveness and passion in your life. And that passion can be created by having a big vision. That's where hope comes from. That's exactly what optimism is. When you can see a future for your life that's bigger and better and brighter than whatever you're experiencing today, you're going to feel uplifted. You're going to feel excited. You're going to feel energized. You're going to feel vibrant and alive. I can tell you I've got a vision board sitting over here, and what that does for me is that helps me to stay energized and vibrant and alive and excited about what I'm going after. I don't know if you've ever made a vision board before or not, but basically it's just taking a poster board and putting some photos on it of things that you want to accomplish, pieces of your dream that you want to live into. And again, if you're just like, JJ, I don't even, like, what would I put on a vision board? I don't even know, what am I supposed to be envisioning when I'm trying to work on making a big vision? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about at the very end of this video to help you start crafting that vision, to have a very clear, big vision for your future. But first, I want you to know, if you're not feeling as energized and excited about life today as you could, that's why you need a big vision. Because when you look at your vision board, or when you go into your own mental state and you can see the pictures and the movies playing of your life in the future, you get excited because it's about moving into something that's better than you're experiencing today. And I don't know about you, but for me, I love my life today. I'm grateful for my life. I have so much reverence for life. I've got a beautiful wife and some amazing children, and I love the work that I get to do. And I know for certain that better is possible. more is possible. And when I remind myself of that, by having a big vision, something clicks in me, something shifts, something ignites on the inside, and I know that can happen for you as well. So if you're feeling like you don't have the energy, you don't have the aliveness and the vibrancy in your life that you want, then you need to work on getting a bigger vision. If your vision's too small, you're not going to take the action because you're not going to feel excited. So the second thing that a big vision does for you is, I was going to say it helps you to see opportunities, but actually what it really does, it helps you to attract opportunities. Here's what I mean. I'll give you a perfect example. When I first started making YouTube videos, actually back in the fall of 2016, I just started putting out video content. You can actually you definitely can go back and see them if you search for my earliest videos. They were not good, but what it was me putting out little pieces to the puzzle of the bigger vision that I was creating. I wanted to create content that could encourage and inspire. I wanted to be speaking to groups and educating and uplifting people and helping people to tap into their greatest potential, to perform at higher levels and become the best version of themselves, not just for themselves, but for their family, their community, for the world. Because we need you and others to tap into your greatest potential so that you can unleash greater energy and positivity and joy and love and passion that will come through you as you're achieving bigger things and doing more and using your gifts and your talents to create exciting and amazing work and value in this world. But what I was doing is I was just putting pieces of the puzzle together. I was putting video content out, and all of a sudden I had people reach out and say, JJ, I see the videos that you're making online. Would love to bring you in to speak to my company. Or actually it started out as come and speak to my little group of like 5 people that I get together with. So I went and I did these little speaking engagements just around a coffee table for breakfast and talking about different ideas and concepts. But I had a vision. I had a big vision of being able to speak with people and to be able to make videos that would reach people and to write books that would reach people in a way that would positively influence their lives. And so yes, the work that I was doing started small by talking to groups of 5, 7 people, talking in little rooms with just a handful of people. But what it meant for me was I was moving closer to my dreams. I was moving closer to this big vision that I had. And what I think you'll find is as you dream big, you vision big, you start to take action. Because what I know for certain is if you don't have a big enough vision, it's going to be really easy when the tough times come, when the challenges come, when things are happening in your life, when the world feels like it's crumbling down around you, it's easy to not take action. It's easy to not put yourself and your life and your work into the world. It's easy to just settle. When you have a small vision, when you're not able to see something massively bigger, better, brighter than what you're experiencing today, it's easy to just cruise. It's easy to just kind of go along and to go with the flow of life, not in a good way, in a way that keeps you from your biggest, greatest potential. And so if you don't want to stay stuck where you are, if you don't want to just move along, to get along, to do the next day, to live the next day, and feel lethargic and not alive and energized, if you're okay with that, you don't need a big vision. But if you want to make a shift, you absolutely have to have a big vision. And it will start to attract opportunities, not just because you're thinking about it, but because you're taking action. That's the point. That's the message I want to hammer home with you, is if you have a big vision, you're going to take action because you'll know for certain that there's no other way to live. If you've got a big vision, you're going to be inspired to do the work necessary to move forward, to move towards that dream. And as you start to move forward and take the steps, step after step, day after day, week after week, people will notice. People will see what you're doing and they'll get excited. They'll be curious. They'll be intrigued. They'll say, wow, what are you doing? What are you working on? Hey, I see you're painting. I see you're making artwork. I see that you're speaking. I see you're making video content. I see that you're out doing this different work in the world. I would love to be able to talk with you about what you're doing. And it's people who help us catapult to new levels. It's those people that you'll attract into your life because you're taking action towards your big vision. It's those people that will help you most to get to where you want to go. The concept, the idea with my book, Attract Your Potential, is becoming the best version of yourself so you attract more of the right people into your life who can help you, and likewise you can help them So everybody wins, you create more value, and everybody moves forward faster. And the third thing here with having a big vision is it helps you to keep going. I know it says it looks like going. This is an I. It'll help you to keep going. The bigger your vision, the more obstacles you're going to face. Listen to me. The bigger your vision, the more obstacles you're going to face. Now, don't let that make you fearful of having a big vision. That's a good thing. Why? Because the bigger obstacles you have to face in life, the bigger the challenge that you go up against, the stronger you're going to get. When my wife and I were getting our registry together for our wedding a few years ago, we went to a store to add items to a registry, and we're looking at these plates, and we're looking at different sets of plates, talking to a person at the store who was helping us look at the plates, and he showed us a few different plates, and there was one set of plates that was way more expensive than all the others. And I asked the question, what the heck, why are these plates kind of look pretty much the same, like they're both going to hold food, so what's going on here? Why is this plate even more expensive? And he said, well, this is a much higher quality plate. It's stronger, it's more durable, it is a higher quality plate, significantly higher quality plate. So I'm curious, like, okay, great. What makes it a higher quality plate? How does this actually happen? And he said, well, they put it in the furnace when they're making it. The process is they put it in the furnace at twice the temperature for twice the amount of time. So this plate is a higher quality plate because it is stoked in a hotter temperature fire for twice as long than all the other plates. And because it goes through that grueling process of double the temperature for double the time, it gets stronger, more durable, it's higher quality. And my friend, that's part of the reason you want a bigger vision, because it's going to force you to face bigger challenges. And if you're forced to face bigger challenges in life, you're going to get stronger. You're going to become more capable. You're going to find a new part of you that you never realized existed before. You can only find the depths of what your potential is, the heights of your possibilities, by going through challenge, by going through struggle, by facing things that make you step up and say, I can take this on, and then taking it on and growing stronger through it. Now your question might be, okay, JJ, I get it. Having a big vision makes sense because it helps me to feel vibrant and alive. I've got energy to take action. I'm going to attract opportunities because as I take action, people are going to notice. People are going to be intrigued by what I'm doing. And then finally, it's going to help me to just keep going through all of these challenges. If I have that big vision, I'm going to realize it's worth it. The question you've got to ask yourself is the pain worth the payoff? And if your vision is big enough, then I'm guessing your answer is going to be yes. If you've got a big, exciting, bright, beautiful future that just feels like everything you've ever wanted, then you're going to keep going. The payoff, that vision, is absolutely going to be worth the pain of the struggle of going through the challenges and getting stronger, putting yourself into that fire of those obstacles and challenges for twice as long than most people are willing to go through it. You're going to keep going. Now the question becomes, how? You got the why. Now, how? That's exactly what Simon Sinek says, right? Start with why, and then you can talk about the how. The how is actually much easier than you might expect. Dream. If you were to let yourself just dream like you were a child again, like you were in first grade or third grade, whatever your grade was that you remember, you just dreamed big, and you thought about the world was as expansive as it ever could be, and there were no limits on your life. What would you think about? What would you dream about? What would you want to do? What would you want to experience? There are different areas of your life that you should consider. Think about your family. If you don't have a family yet, do you want to be married with a family? Do you want to be living in a particular place in the country or in the world? Do you want to have a particular vehicle? Do you want to be making a particular contribution? Do you want to be using your gifts and talents in a way that serve people? Now, I offer to you that that's one of the most important things you can add to your vision is, what are the gifts and talents that you have that light you up, that gets you excited, that you can take into the world and use? So some of the photos that I have on my vision board over here, which I highly recommend you do, is get a vision board together, are just pictures of people doing the work that I want to be doing as part of my longer term, bigger picture vision for my life, which includes being in front of people and speaking and encouraging and inspiring and lifting people up to believe in their greatest potential. Because my friend, as you're watching this, I know one thing about you. You are committed to becoming the best version of yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching a video like this still to this point. but you have greatness in you. I'm absolutely convinced of that. God, the creator of this universe, gave each and every one of us gifts and talents that we're meant to use to serve and help our fellow humans along their own journeys of life, to lift them up, to encourage them, to create products and services, to innovate, to do things with your life that are allowing you to contribute to the lives of other people. And so the how is actually pretty simple. Put yourself in the state of, okay, if no limits existed, what would life be like? Where would you live? Where would you travel? What's the work you would be doing? No limits. Now you're going to try to put limits on yourself and you're going to say, well, is that actually possible for me? I've been there. I'm still there. Even when I dream today, even when I try to expand my vision today, it's easy to get caught up in the, well, is that actually possible? Don't let yourself go there. Stop telling yourself that bigger dreams aren't possible for you because of X, Y, or Z. They are. You are capable of so much more. And I'm not just saying that to make a nice little YouTube video. I'm saying that because I believe it at my core. I absolutely am convinced that human potential is virtually limitless. So my friend, if you are a person, if you're a human, your potential is virtually limitless. You can do nearly anything that you put your mind to. Don't put limits on yourself. Start to expand your mind. And it takes repetition. It takes repetition to strengthen a muscle. It takes repetition to build a big vision. Write in a journal. I've got a journal. It's probably sitting around here somewhere. I write in a journal every day about the things I want to accomplish, the things I want to do, the things I want to see and experience. And the more you write it out, the more you're going to get used to it. Do it morning, do it in the night, at nighttime before bed. Do it on a consistent, regular basis. Journal about what you might want to accomplish. Just whatever gets downloaded into you as you envision yourself in 10, 15, 20 plus years. Dream big, my friend, because the dreams that you have, the vision that you have that's small is not helping you. It's not helping your family. It's not helping humanity. When you dream big, you become alive and vibrant and excited, and you attract people to you, the right people to you, to help you on your journey to living an extraordinary life. And having that big vision will help you to keep going. And if you're enjoying this, I again want to encourage you, go grab my book, Attract Your Potential. I'm absolutely convinced that it can inspire you and empower you and help you to dream bigger, to create a bigger vision for your life so that you'll just keep going. And if you want to continue to get fired up even more and have more ideas and insights to help you to become the best version of yourself, go and watch this next video that's popping up on the screen, because I know it will continue to encourage and inspire you. So go watch this video. And my friend, no matter what challenges and struggles you're going through, remember, just like the plate going through the fire at a hotter temperature, you're getting stronger. So just keep going.